love this so much. My favorite guest, I haven't talked to him in a long time, 6-time Pro Bowler, Eagles Hall of Famer, 13 years in the league, Philly, Washington, Minnesota, Donovan McNabb. We just showed these highlights of you out-dueling a guy who's playing tonight. That was back in 2010. 48-yard pass to Anthony Armstrong. What do you remember about that?
Obviously, my tenure in Philadelphia ended and moved on to one of our rivals with the Washington Redskins at that particular time. Great group of guys in the locker room. Unfortunately, we weren't able to, in 1 year, or I should say more than 9-10 months, able to gel as well as we know we could have if we would have been able to spend more time together. But it was a lot of fun. Like I said, that locker room was one that we could have got a lot more if we would continue to stay together, but unfortunately we didn't. But to play against Aaron and to see Aaron playing now, one, he's crazy.
What do you mean?
Two, remember, he was younger. He's younger than me. So if I'm still going, people would probably think I'm crazy because I'm close to 50. But I still look great. I mean, I feel great, but I can't do what he's doing. But I'm really excited to see what he's doing right now and what he can continue to do with the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think they're handling it the right way by trying to run the football and be more methodical as far as the quick game in the intermediate passing game, where Aaron's not moving around a lot. He's not trying to just fling the ball down the field so much because they don't have the weapons to be able to do that.
I mean, you beat the eventual Super Bowl champ, the Super Bowl MVP, and I do believe that was like a top 2 defense in the National Football League that day.
That doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter.
Really?
I just do my thing. That's all I do.
I think it adds to your legacy. I love seeing it. You know, did you see what Tomlin said about trading quarterbacks within the division?
Yeah. But, I mean, one thing that you have to understand, too, I'm sure that the Cleveland Browns were trying to ship him somewhere far away, maybe in the NFC. And at this time of the season, as well as where we are today and the way the game is being played, not a lot of guys are going after a 40-year-old quarterback. You know what I mean? And that's not something that you want to have on your roster because you want to go young. And so for the Cleveland Browns, the problem with the Cleveland Browns, and Mike Tomlin didn't say it, is they're listening to the fan crowd. And when the fans are crying and they're asking for Shedeur and, you know, all of a sudden, I feel bad for Dillon Gabriel, to be honest with you. Dillon Gabriel was a third-round draft pick that was solid. He played well everywhere he's been in college. And we tend to forget that he's a winner. He's efficient. He's accurate. He has mobility. And he may not be 6'3", 6'4", whatever, but he makes it happen. And so it's funny how people are preying on his downfall just to get Shedeur. And this is the best thing for Shedeur in Cleveland, to be able to sit and learn and see it from the sideline, because this ain't college. This ain't college where you come in your freshman year and all of a sudden you have just a kind of below average year and then you're coming back that next year. No, if you have a below average year when you're in there, they're going to look to put somebody else in there or draft another guy. So this is the time for him to learn and be able, when his time is there to step in, then possibly he'll be a lot more be ready, you know, to go in if need be. But I'm with Tomlin. I mean, you trade somebody within the division and then he's starting that game. That's crazy. I've never seen that happen before much.
Great takes by you. Love hanging out with Donovan McNabb. We've got this game tonight. You know, Aaron sat behind Brett. He learned. He developed. That's probably led to a lot of his success.
I did too.
Yeah, yes, exactly. And we're saying, you know, he's crazy for doing what he's doing, all that. This game tonight, you got these 2 older guys. Like everyone's calling it the Unc Bowl or the Icy Hot Bowl, whatever it is. Do you remember when you knew that maybe it wasn't your last year specifically, but when you knew, like, we're way closer to the end here, mentally, what was that like game to game? Were you taking it in, enjoying the moment, or were you, like, trying harder maybe than ever, pushing? Like, what are the feelings? Were you just beat the F up after those games? Like, what was that like?
Well, you want to defy the odds, and you try not to let that creep into your mindset, especially when you're training and preparing and you're going through your regimen as you normally do in the off season. Is you're in the weight room, you're out spending extra time watching film, you're out running, you're throwing with the guys, whatever it may be that you're doing, and you're knowing that you're getting older, so your body doesn't recover as fast. So now your diet really starts to pay more. You pay more attention to your diet and recovery and things of that nature. And it's just, if you're settled in with a team, then you're looking all around and all of a sudden you're 15, 10 years, older than these guys. And you're looking and it's like, okay, I can see the youth movement is starting to happen, but I got to continue to establish myself each and every day as the guy that's going to be here. And at some point they're going to make that move. And when you get closer toward the end and you start to really feel it, every mistake you make, every decision you make, that's going to be magnified. And at some point they're going to try to pull the trigger. So you got to continue to be careful. And when it does happen, you got to appreciate kind of your legacy. You got to appreciate everything that you've done leading up into this point and kind of ride off in the sunset the right way. But you also got to have a plan B. And that's the problem with a lot of these older players, that either they're walking out on their own terms or they just don't receive those calls. And sometimes it could be guys that are in their late 20s or possibly 31, 32. You got guys that, like myself, who went to about 32, 34 years old. And so, I knew what my plan B was. And so I went directly into TV and radio. And so a lot of these guys still hear the crowd. And that's why you see a lot of them making comments and things of that nature. It's like, dude, just sit back and watch the game like everybody else. Order some pizza, get some wings, get to the gym Monday through Friday. Just live your life. And these guys just can't do it.
And a plan B is also family. I wanted to quickly congratulate you. Soraya commits to play softball at Indiana. I know that's a big part of your life. Your son, Donovan, your wide receiver, taking D1 visits right now. What can you tell me?
I'm spending a lot of money on these unofficial visits. The club circuit, for softball is starting to weigh in my pockets. I may go into breakdancing or something to make some money on the side. But,
Cameo.
What I'm saying? Hey, yeah, check me out on Cameo. I'm here if you need me.
He's here. Little birthday wishes, you'll sing, but you're so funny.
But the thing about it is, man, as a parent, and no matter if you play sports or not, you just want to create the correct path for your kids to be able to be successful, if it's academically or athletically. And she really enjoyed being around the coaches and players at Indiana. I took her to the camp, a couple times. I love what they're doing over there. She had a few other calls that are off scholarship offers, but she chose Indiana, and I'm excited for her. And then now Donovan, her twin, is up. And so, just
I heard a rumor.
No rumors, no rumors.
I heard he had a visit.
We took a couple
Washington.
Yeah, we went to Washington. We went to Minnesota. We have a few other trips ahead, just so he get a chance to get ingratiated into the culture, get a chance to see the campus, meet the team, go to the game, enjoy it. So we have a lot of other visits that are set unofficially. And then once the season's over, we'll continue to communicate with a lot of these schools. And then hopefully some official will come up.
Your kid, Warren Moon's kid, on the same field together. That's my. I know he's still on trips. That's my dream. I would love to see that happen. I want to ask you before we go about.
Warren Moon, I'll tell you.
That'd be awesome.
He was at the game. We look like old dudes standing on the sideline. Yeah.
I love everything about making cameos, TikToks, doing whatever you do. I love that. There's rumors swirling for weeks. A.J. Brown could be dealt before the deadline. Is this absolutely nonsense? Can you see it happening? What should happen?
I don't know the contract situation, nor am I in the locker room, so I can't really speak on that whole thing. I think for me is when I'm watching from afar and just kind of dissecting with the way the offense is looking, he's not involved. He's not involved as much in the offense, and what they're doing is a lot of intermediate and quick game. And so everyone's looking for Saquon to run more. That was a long season for him last year. And the offensive line has been banged up, and guys have been interchangeable. So it's not the same type of offense. It's not so much of the full-on coordinator, and everybody wants to point the finger at him, because every coordinator that they've had over the last 5-6 seasons has went through this whole process. They need to form an identity and figure out who they are and kind of stick to it. And they will, I'm sure, in the next 2 to 3 or 4 weeks.
We have very little time, but I want to look at your MVP list.
How my time get cut off? I'm telling you. No, I'm just joking.
You're the best. What do you mean you don't have to work that much? This is great. You can go do whatever you want to do. Let's take a look at your MVP list as we wrap it up here. This is an unbelievable list. The Eagles may disown you for this one, Donovan. Dak is your top pick. Tell me this. What?
Dak, first of all, has no defense whatsoever. CeeDee Lamb has been hurt. They've been mixed matching different guys. It's just pretty much him. And they're running the football, yes, but their play action game and intermediate passing game has been on fire. They're the reason they're in a position they are is because of Dak. Baker Mayfield has battled injury, but he at least has his number one receiver. Mike Evans will be back. I love what he's doing. Sam Darnold needs some love because everybody wrote Sam Darnold off after those last 3 weeks of the season in Minnesota. And now he's come to Seattle and changed that whole organization around. Obviously, we've seen Jackson and Njigba and what he's able to do downfield. But, you know, you look at all the list, the guys that I had on the list, I want to give Drake May some love. And the reason I say give Drake May some love, because everybody just really basically said he was awful in his rookie year. And we all know how that went over there in New England with the coaching staff and no mentorship, no leadership to help him through the process. What he's been able to do with Mike Vrabel and bringing Josh McDaniels back, he needs a lot of attention, and I think he's going to continue to grow and flourish.
This list is so good. I would turn your mentions off, though, after this MVP list. We appreciate you, Donovan. We, of course, can hear your takes on WIP. Life is good. You're smiling. Great to see you, and go Eagles.
Yes, indeed. And have fun. I love the show. Keep up the good work.
Thank you, Donovan. Talk soon.